sit down. Hello there, welcome to the AirgunGear show vlog, whatever you want to call it. This is the little channel as opposed to the big channel. The big channel, I'll put a link in the box below. And on the big channel, you see all the main reviews and stuff like that. The little channel, the vlog channel, which you're currently watching, is the one that enables me to do like unboxing and chit chat and sitting at a desk and talking to you and things like that. So that's what you're watching now. And I've had this turn up, which is rather exciting. Let's make sure the camera at the top can see that right in the middle. There we go. So anyway, I've had this turn up. I need to explain what's going on today because there's a new process that we have to explain as YouTubers nowadays. I'm going to unbox a gun which has come from FX Airguns. FX Airguns have sent me this rifle for review. However, I am choosing to unbox this video today of my own accord. Everything I say today is of my own choice and no one has given me a script, so it's completely my own words. There we are. Now, in the future, possibly, these may become available at Airgun101shop.co.uk. Have I told you about Airgun101shop.co.uk? It's what I've been doing for the last sort of 10 weeks, along with Airgun101.com and Airgun101forum.com. So please do go and have a look. If you want to get bits and pieces, Airgun101shop.co.uk in England. Okay, if you're in America, then, you know, Utah, Pyramid, Airgun Depot, people like that, that sort of thing. So let's get on and open this. Now, we all know in the last few days that the FX Wildcat Mk3 has made an appearance. So there's a fairly good chance that we're going to know what's in here, but it's going to be my first opportunity to have a look. And the thing that really interests me is actually there's another part to this package which I've forgotten to put on the table, and it's this bit here. So there we go. So there is another tube to it, but I'll put that down there because that intrigues me. There's another tube to it which I'm interested to see. So let's go ahead and just open this, shall we? And hopefully the camera at the top can see. It's just all taped up, so there we go. Now, as we go along, I'll tell you a few things. For those of you that don't know, this is Mark III. There was the Mark I, which a friend of mine is now using very successfully as a ratting gun. Then there was the Mark II, the compact and the longer version. And my compact is up there, hasn't got a scope on it at the moment, but that's a cracking rifle. I'll put a link to the description to the video I did for that one. But this is the Mark III, and apparently there are some new features on the Mark III, which I'm looking forward to seeing. Oh, shall I actually stand up and do this? Can you still see me if I stand up? Oh. I don't want to take a knife to it because I don't want to scratch the case. Right, there we go. Oh, there we go. Yeah, let's just get rid of that over there. Right. Okay. Label. And it says Wildcat Mark III synthetic. Now, I have got a cheat sheet here, which you can see, because there are so many different options for this. I don't know them all. Let's be honest, I don't know them all. And let's not keep looking at that. Let's open. Oh, there's a cable tie on there. Cable tie, hang on. Best way I've found with cable ties is you just twist them off. You just twist the... Don't ever do what I do. Never. Never take my advice on what tools to use because it probably isn't the best thing to use. All right, okay, here we go. So I'm going to pop the camera can see that. I'm going to pop the clips on that, like that. I'm holding the lid sort of closed at the moment because then I can tip it down. And I'll be a gentleman and I'll turn it round so that we all get to see it together. Here we go. Oh, look at that. Oh, oh, that's exciting. Yes, let's come back to that in a moment. So there it is, Wildcat Mk3, a 2.2 mag. Look at that. Right, let's take that out and that out, and there we go. Now, let's put that down and have a look. Wow. I know you can't see it for a second. Let me have a look at it just for a moment so I can see what we've got. Well, obviously I've got the sniper version because the compact version, which is cut off at the front there, which is a lot shorter. So I'm looking at the sniper version. I'm guessing because I've got a 2.2 mag in there that this is going to be 2.2. And that tube down there might explain something else. So what can I see straight away? I can see that we've got now a pick rail on top. There we go, whereas that was dovetail before. That's a big improvement because you can now swap between the other range of the newer FX guns without having to change your mounts if you want to change your scope. So you've got pick rail on top, cheek piece, and already we can tell that this has now got a bigger magazine. This has got the Dreamline or Crown magazine. So we've now got an 18 shot magazine, whereas before you used to get 8, the little metal round one. So they've obviously improved that by giving you a bigger shot capacity on the magazine. So we got that going on. On this side, okay, if you can see there, on this side, and if the camera can see up above there, just at the back there now you've got a regulator gauge. Now from my understanding, the regulator that's in there is still the amp regulator. Things have been increased in there to help the power level get up, but the amp, it's a regular amp regulator that's in there, and you need to take the stock off from what I understand, which is what you had to do before. And there's going to be a little Allen screw just in there where you can adjust your regulator gauge. On the front, you've got sort of normal pressure gauge, and it's a probe fill on the side. And on the front there, what have we got? Whoop, I actually undid the shroud then, that's not a good thing. Okay, so 1/2 inch UNF, so you can put, you know, any moderator you want on there really. That's a nice easy fitting. And I guess there's going to be a little bit of baffling going on in there, but I would think probably you're going to need a moderator. And obviously, as I've just found out, you can unscrew the shroud and take that off. What else are we looking at here? So, and of course now, yeah, I'm flitting around it because I'm quite excited. On the back, you've now got a power wheel. And this is good because on the original, not the original, but the Mark 1 and the Mark 2, you really did have to take it out the stock and adjust it by hand if you wanted to change the hammer spring at the back. Whereas now the stock has got the cutout and you've got an adjuster wheel, and I'm listening for the click as it goes round. It's silent, but it does sort of, oh no, it does click that way, but it does notch into place. And I'll do some close-ups for you as well, but on there as well, there is 7 settings. Correction, there's 8, because the 8 has got a very small little hole in it, and in position number 8 you can, I think if it's at the 6 o'clock position there, you can go in and fine tune your power level that you want. So and that's probably going to be a little bit more restricted in sub 12 because that's the way the world is, but I'm guessing that it's there and it's on the sub 12 model, so there is going to be some adjustment as well, which is nice because it does mean that on the sub 12 you can do some fine tuning. So what have we got? Gauge at the front, fill, working my way down, regulator, hammer spring adjuster, and I believe you can now change the caliber. And I think we're going to figure that out by opening up this cylinder, aren't we? Fingers, there we go. Let's see what we've got. Right, so there we go. So I've got a barrel and a probe. Now, it has to be a 25 kit, and I'm looking at it and I would say yes, it probably is. And the thing is that you can tell that it's now caliber changeable because it now, in that barrel kit, comes with a probe. There we go. Now it looks similar, kind of similar to a crown probe, but it's not. It's got the same sort of style to it, but it's not a crown probe. But that does mean that you can then change, and I'm guessing that what you're going to do is you're going to take tractor going past down the lane. What you're going to be able to do is take this cheek piece off, and you're going to be able to change your probe there like that. Look at that, you see? That's going to go back and forward, and then you're going to be able to just slot this through and change your barrel. Now, I think these barrel kits, these barrels, will match an impact barrel, but remember, you're going to have to change the probe. So a crown and an impact probe is not going to fit on there. So you are going to have to change the caliber probe, but you may not want to do any of that because remember, all FX Wildcat Mk3s come fitted as standard with the new FX Smooth Twist Superior liner. And FX say that this is a step up over the existing X liner and its slug liner. They say this is even more accurate. But if you've got a 2.2 Wildcat, for example, and you a 2.2 Impact, and you buy a 2.5 Wildcat Mk3, you can probably put your 2.2 barrel on, but you're going to have to get your hands on a probe. Just out of habit, I always fire the first blank shot into the pellet catcher over there, just in case. Oh, she's lovely. That trigger's really, really sweet. Oh yeah. Might try and quieten it down just a bit. Bear with me. Ah, now I got me a Donny on. Oh, that's gone from a bark to a whisper. She's not so much a she's not so much a wildcat anymore. She's a sleek pussy. Hey, how good is that? Now let's just get you some numbers. Let me get my tape. With the Donny on, it's a meter. The Donny off, ooh, 88 centimeters. And you've got 20 centimeters in rise just there. Look at that. And that's around 16. Very nice. There is one thing, I've got to say, one thing which I really, really, really would like. And I mean, this is a beautiful synthetic stock, so light. I really would like an easier way to put a bipod on the front. After 2 minutes, I've put a Sabre Tactical clamp on, not too far towards the front end, and I've now got a rifle that's perfectly benchable, look, nice and easy. So let's just have a quick recap of what we're looking at, because there is a lot here. So we've now got Wildcat Mk3, adjustable power wheel at the back, and because that is striking the valve open, that's what makes the adjustment. If you turn it up or down, it is going to save you air because it's not striking that valve as hard. So it's not just a transfer port on the side, it is actually doing something. So I know some rifles out there just have this notch thing on the side, and yeah, I mean, that's just doing, it's just diverting the air that's coming out in a different place, squirting it out the side of the gun rather than down the barrel. This is actually adjusting the hammer spring at the back. So adjustable hammer spring, then you've got a regulator gauge, you've also got, you know, new style gauges, multi-caliber, new magazine, Side lever system, nice, buttery smooth, new pick rail on the top. And I don't know if I've mentioned it before, but someone that actually helped design the original stocks was Mr. Ted Beer. So yeah, he sort of helped with the initial design of this a few years ago. So there you go. Now, some 12 foot-pound versions, let's be clear, it's going to be shorter. Let me look at my crib sheet. It is, as I thought, going to be a 500 barrel. So it's going to be probably somewhere about there in length, okay? Something like that. Then if you put your silencer on the end, add another 10 centimeters. Okay, so that's your difference in length. Your cylinder's going to be a little bit shorter as well, but with the sub 12, you get a lot more shots. Around 200, I think, in the sub 12 foot-pound range. So, yeah, I mean, this is an excited person opening a gun box, and I'm liking what I see. And I'll tell you what, I'm going to answer something. The people out there, they go, oh, FX lovey. Yep, absolutely. Totally and utterly. I like that. And when someone else can put something like that in front of me, I'll be a lovey of that as well. But that is a classic bullpup design, tried and tested. I've used my other two for a long time now, and I'm really happy with them. So I have a 700 2.2 superior liner on my Wildcat Mk3, which means I can start shooting slugs. Because of course I've got plenty of hybrids, look. You can get them at Airgun 101 shop, by the way. So there we are. I like that. I like that rather a lot. Yes, it looks very good. And now all I've got to do is find a scope to go on top of it. And I will, throughout the video, flash things up. I'm not going to sit here and read out the spec sheet to you. It's all on there. There we go. Hope you've enjoyed it. That's it. I'm excited. I don't know what to say now, but there we go. The FX Wildcat Mk3. I'll do some close-up shots in the video. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Please take a look at airgun101shop.co.uk, airgun101.com, which is now the place to go for videos before anyone sees them on YouTube, and Airgun 101 Forum, which is a nice place where you can chat and get lots of friendly advice. And by the way, I've got a spot. Yeah, I know. It's a horrible spot. And I've recorded 2 videos in 24 hours in the same shirt, which seems really, really bad. And the other one is the Element Nexus scope, and the spot looks even worse than that. You get a close-up look at that in that video. Right, shut up, Giles, and let them get on with their day. Thanks very much. Toodaloo.